partnership at the end. But let's get started with the first fight on the card here. Is we have a light heavyweight matchup between Paul Craig, who is 14-4-1 and is the plus 260 underdog, going up against Jamal Hill, who's 8-0 and is the minus 320 favorite. What do you think of this matchup?
Yeah, with this fight, you have a grappler in Paul Craig versus the knockout artist in Jamal Hill. This fight depends on two things, in my opinion. Craig's striking, which has been improving over time, but isn't the best, and Hill's takedown defense. I expect Hill, who is undefeated, I think he's won obviously eight of his last fights, but I expect Hill to push the pace and keep the fight standing. He's undefeated with 4 wins by knockout and 4 by decisions. I don't expect him to shoot for takedowns and submissions. I expect him to hunt for the KO, since honestly these two haven't got along. If you follow either one of them on Twitter, they are back and forth with each other. It's the Bloods and the Crips between these two. None of Craig, on the other hand, I expect him to try and stand with Hill like he has in the past, but I don't think he should. His striking is improving, but he's going up against a knockout artist. None of Craig's fights have gone to the judges, which is amazing. He's never been, whether it's win, lose, or draw, or win or lose. I think he has a draw in there, so maybe one has gone to one no contest. So they don't go to the judges often. So I think he's going to try and avoid that this fight too. Try to get out early so he can climb the ranks. Craig is great off his back. We're going to talk about that. And I expect him to shoot for takedowns early and often to test Hill's takedown defense, because you really don't see Jamal Hill getting taken down in a lot of his fights. If Craig gets the takedowns, I think he wins easily by submission. But if he tries to stand and bang with Hill, he's going to get knocked out quickly. So with this fight, I'm going to go with the underdog. I'm going to go with my bearded brethren, Paul Craig, by second round submission.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think he's going to go triangle.
Yeah, first we got Paul Craig, who's fighting out of Coatbridge, Scotland. He's 33 years old, 205 pounds. He's 6'3", with a 76 reach, and then he fights out of Scottish Hill squad. And then you got Jamal Hill, who is fighting out of Michigan, United States. He's 30 years old, 205 pounds. He's 6'4", with a 79 reach, and then he has no affiliate whatsoever with this matchup.
So was he training on YouTube?
He must be trained like YouTube, like Aaron Phelps from The Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, and Max Holloway. That's how he learned how to strike.
Exactly. But first we got Paul Craig, who fights right-handed. He is really good in the clinch. Rather than moving out and striking, that's what he does. He likes to fight in the clinch. He is relentless with his takedowns. He tries to pull guard. If he doesn't get the takedown, he's okay with doing guard. He has a good submission defense, and he's great on his back. The one knock on him is his chin. He tends to get knocked out, and he has suspect cardio and striking defense. On the other side, you've got Jamal Hill. He's a southpaw fighter who's good using his length and speed. He's very aggressive. He likes to get his opponent's outside foot so he can get his combinations going. His takedown defense needs work, which is where Paul Craig comes in, and he tends to overstrike and leave himself open in fights, but that shouldn't be a problem here. This is very tough for me to decide in this matchup, because they both have these weaknesses that allow the other fighter to get the upper hand.
They complement each other.
Exactly. I just think in this one, with Jamal Hill, it's going to be kind of hard to go against him, because Paul Craig has had issues in the past, and he has to get the takedown to win this. He's been a sneaky guy, where he's had a bunch of early finishes, but they've been weird, where he's taking damage. It doesn't look great doing it, but somehow he pulls the victory out.
Yeah, he's a come from behind winner.
Yeah. And this matchup, I think it's going to be hard for him to get that submission that you think he's going to get. So I'm going to have to side with Jamal Hill, and I think I'm going to take him with a second round knockout. I think he's going to be able to get Hill. His chin is going to be suspect, and Jamal Hill is one of those prospects. I think he's a better version of Kevin Holland.
Oh yeah, I mean, hopefully he works on his ground game if you're going to compare him to Kevin Holland. I think obviously Kevin Holland's going to come up a couple times in this fight discussion, but that
Yeah,
takedown defense is pretty glaring. He went up there and this is he's like you said a prospect, so everything's
yeah,
kind of rising with as far as opponent's level, the abilities. He knocked out OSP, which
yeah,
is no slouch, and OSP, for what it's worth, he's put on some great fights. He's on a downward slide right now, but he went out there and knocked out OSP. And obviously, based on that little graphic you brought up, one fight for Paul Craig went to the judges. So I was mistaken. It was the one in the last five. I believe it was a draw. So
yeah.
I'm still gonna ride high with Paul Craig. I like his beard.
Yeah, and he has good odds in it. So it's not like it's a big landslide where you're like, oh, we got Jamal Hill all day. If
Yeah,
there's good odds where you can take a risk on Paul Craig, and then he could get the takedown and get a submission, and then you can make some good money off of it.
yeah,
And if you don't know the odds, just go to Odds Jam and check out the odds on there. They got all the different odds on all the sites. So
yeah.
pick the one that you want and then go with it.
Nice.
Yep. But